Did you know that Monster High didn't make budget dolls until 5 years after their release? Okay, I know they made budget lines like Gloom Beach, Coffin Bean, Dance Class, and Killer Style, but all of these dolls still had articulation, and were kind of like a cheaper option to the other lines that came out beside them. What I'm talking about is budget dolls. You know, the ones that have little to no articulation, and suck the soul out of the original doll they're based on. Every doll line makes budget dolls, but for Monster High, the earliest budget doll by my definition is this 2015 Frankie, who I didn't even know existed until I thrifted her a month ago. Usually I leave budget dolls behind if I see them because I hate their lack of articulation, but Frankie's face was just serving so hard, I had to grab her. This is what she looks like completed, and first of all, I love when they put Frankie in red, but more importantly, she was actually part of the mini reboot they did in 2015, aka the reboot where they re-released a downgraded version of the main 6 in one huge pack, and apparently during that time they also released budget dolls, which I never see anyone talk about. So fun fact, Frankie actually released with 3 other dolls, which were Draculaura, Claudine, and you'll never guess the third one. I'll even give you a second to think. Just think of literally any Monster High character, and okay, I'll give you a hint. It's not anyone behind me. Okay, you got your answer? Alright, your guess was probably wrong because it's Gigi. She's really cute, but what a random choice. G2 and G3 have since released budget dolls, but as for G1, these 4, and this sleepover set, which came out at the same time, are the only dolls without arm articulation that exist. And to me, these budget dolls feel like a pivotal piece of Monster High history, because they represent that transitional period between G1 and G2. They were really the beginning of the end for G1, which makes them feel like such eerie foreshadowing for the horror that came after them. Like, Frankie's face has that classic old Monster High look, but she's on this super cheap body which makes her feel like a bootleg. Anyways, maybe I'm thinking too deeply about this. Did you own any of these budget dolls? Let a ghoul know in the comments below.